by Gangadhar Menon sir. I welcome you all on behalf of the Mumbai Photographers Meetup Group and Bharati Vidya Bhavan Photography Society. And we are very glad that Bharati Vidya Bhavan have provided us this room where we meet every Saturday in the evening, every third Saturday, 6:30 to 8:30. But this is a special presentation today by sir because he is so busy and he few days back he told me that he is available this Saturday morning, and so I grabbed the opportunity. In fact, I was the whole year last year I was trying to catch hold of him for a presentation at PSI, but I didn't succeed. But we are very fortunate today that he is with us and he is going to talk on the very interesting topic, which is how to cultivate your vision in photography and art. As you know, he is a wildlife photographer and filmmaker. He has made documentary on wildlife. He has written so many books and on various topics. And currently, he is teaching in 6 different colleges, 2 in Pune, 4 in Mumbai. And his topic is art. He teaches art to art colleges and schools. So that's a very brief introduction. I will request sir to.
I first humbly apologize to you because all of you are veterans, seniors. I normally talk to students who are 20 something. There is hardly anything that I can share with you, but I believe I am 70 now, and every day I learn. So by that logic, there is definitely something new you can pick up every day. That is the only hope with which I am talking to you. Okay? You all know about photography. But I want to tell you about certain tools. I am showing examples of photography, but it is not about photography. It is about how to see differently. You know, all creative people, we have a painter here, Rasana, a dear friend of mine, we are going to teach in the same college. But she is a painter. So even she has to look at things differently. Okay. So my whole purpose is to hopefully show you new ways of looking at photography and art. I want to start with somebody who did photography 100 years ago. Henry Cartier-Bresson. To me, he is a philosopher photographer. In fact, in the 70s, he gave up photography. And he started something which is very, very unique, which is at that time it was not common. Candid photography and studio photography was always there. Portraiture was always there. He went to the street and took photographs of actual life that is happening around us. So he had a very, I am calling him a philosopher because his thoughts were very, very interesting. He said life happens once, full stop, forever. Meaning, life may actually continue. Whatever happens, happens once. If you capture it forever. If you lose it, you lose it forever. So that is what he meant by life happens once, forever. And he talked, and he had a very small, minuscule Leica kind of camera, 35 mm. He never used zoom lens. So his equipment was so basic. So it actually proved that all of us, I mean, especially in wildlife photography, I had 100, 400 for capturing birds and all that. But he had the most basic of cameras. So equipment is not important. What is important is, have you seen a picture? And if you have seen a picture, click it. So for seeing a picture, you don't need a zoom lens. You need vision. That's what I mean by how do you enhance your vision. So, but he had an advantage. So not having a zoom lens was a great advantage because he was not an obtrusive cameraman. So looking at a zoom lens, you will run away because you can't be natural in front of a zoom lens. Whereas in front of a 35 mm, you can be natural. Because you're not obtrusive. Quietly you're taking a picture. People won't even know that you're taking a picture. That is the advantage that we have in the cell phone photography. You are not obtrusive. Nobody even knows that you are taking a photograph. That is why you get more candid pictures with cell phone than what we used to get pre-cell phone. Okay. So there is a very fine cyclist, Armstrong. He had cancer of the kidney. Okay, cancer of the kidney. A cyclist having cancer of the kidney, and his kidneys had to be removed. And doctors told him you will never be able to ever cycle in your life. So he told the doctors, "Okay, that is what you are saying. 1 year he didn't do anything. After that he practiced, started practicing. Then after that, 7 years in a row, he won the World Cycling Championship. Somebody was told you can never, and he wrote his autobiography. The title of the autobiography is "It is not about the cycling." But he won 7 times. It has nothing to do with the cycling. It had to do with the man and his legs. So photography has nothing to do with your age. That is the first thing I have learned from Indian Cardiac. And I will show you some pictures, and as I go along, I will talk. See first, and then think. And how do you, so when I talk about photography, I go to a place called Titan Life Academy in Ooty, which is a photography institute run by Muhammad. There is a man on the street, there is a cat, and they are communicating, they are talking to each other. He is lonely, and so is the cat lonely. And how are they overcoming each other's loneliness is the story. The way this is great composition because everything is pointing towards that. So it's literally pointing towards the action. So the framing is important, but he had to click it at that moment. Thoda late hota, the cat would have changed the profile, say change hota, the man would have, something would have happened. So he says, Henry Cartier-Bresson says, photography is about anticipation. Don't wait for it to happen because by the time you click, it will be over. So another, life happens once forever. If he had clicked 1 microsecond earlier, the man wouldn't have had the leg just above the water. 1 second later, he would have splashed into the water, ripples would have been created, and he would have been gone. So, anticipating, so that is photography. Brilliant is one of his classic, iconic photographs, where a man is running and he is captured in just before the action happens. Yeah. This is again a story. Beautiful story. Every picture of so Henry Cartier-Bresson has published many volumes, 20, 30 volumes. I have one of them. I was in advertising. I paid 1 month's salary for getting that book. That is how important books were to me and Henry Cartier-Bresson was to me. This is one of the classic pictures of storytelling. Okay, this is again, it has happened. These girls standing there happened. So there is a concept called serendipity. Serendipity is a beautiful accident. Okay, it's an accident that these 2 girls were there in the side. When this boy was walking, happy that his father trusted him with carrying 2 bottles of wine, all by himself. Look at the thrill on his face. This thrill, I mean, look at my father. He trusted me not with 1 but 2. Okay, and these kids were jealous of him. Look at his parents. They have actually, allowed him to go to the market or a wine shop and buy it. Oh, look at his expression. This expression is candy. You cannot ask. You have to be, a great Al Pacino or a great actor to give that kind of. But this is about normal, boy on the street. Everything is so beautiful. Now look at this. Today we would retouch it. I would save that. Photoshop से निकाल दे. अरे photo ले रहा है तो Photoshop नहीं. So many times we use Photoshop because it is there. और free में है. ले लो, use करो. अरे क्यों यार? रहने दो ना. This is what is called a beauty spot. नजर नहीं रखने का तो रखा हुआ है. So keep things in a photograph which will enhance the beauty. So this dresses, costumes which match the painting. Purchase all the colors. Because when you are like that, you have to be mad. You have to have the streak of madness. All great artists are mad. We are all mad. But क्या है? The only thing is this is controlled madness. अपना जो है, when you are continuously mad, you are either in Yerwada or Thane. Yeah. So we are lucky to survive because we can control our madness. We इतना बस हो गया, ज़्यादा नहीं mad होने का. Okay. So this guy became mad. This kind of, when he saw this now black, white, this orange, black, white and orange. See? Now match हो गया. Then he started looking. So I'll show you. I don't know his name, but he's part of my teaching material. So I'll show you all the pictures that he has taken over 25 years. Yeah. Claude Monet, one of the world's greatest painters. So water lilies करके painting है. And look at the lilies. This perfectly matching what Monet has done on the canvas. Yeah. So you have to wait and wait and wait, and you will get one picture. Yeah. But he is unique in the world because nobody has done photography like him, and nobody has found parallels like he has found. Yeah. We not only color is matching, volume is also matching. Yeah. So after a point, you should know कितना खींचने का, idea को खींचने का, to stretch it till it breaks, but just before it breaks, stop. Okay, so that's what he did. So ये idea का extension है कि volume. So not only pattern black ठीक है, लेकिन volume match हो गया perfectly. Yeah. Now the beauty is Starry Night का colors and her dress का colors, and more than that, it is the frame and her grading. match हो गया. So extending the idea to its तो खींचो जितना खींचो till it breaks. Here again there is something we would have photoshopped. Yeah, he did. He said let's actually add into the picture. So again anticipation of what Henry Cartier was said. At one point if the entry is from here, that guy would have been here and this lady would have been here next to the next painting. But he waited. अभी आगे आएगा दोनों perfect match होगा. They will be standing right next to each other's matching. वहाँ भी देखो beauty spot. So this is almost as if she's going into the painting. The hair, white hair. Be patient. Patience is one of the most critical things in photography, especially wildlife. Yes, you have to be patient. You have to wait. Yeah. Go with it. एक ठीक है. एक ही फोटो में दो जगह मैच करना. Again, now it is not the pattern. It is the color black and the sheen. Satin का sheen is matching. Accident. So wait to get it. Yeah. ये पहले होता है with the textile comes first or the painting came first. We don't know. It doesn't matter. See, like any piece of art, what Rasna does. She is not there standing next to her painting in all her exhibitions. She is not there. She is painted, exhibited, gone. Then you have to guess. You can't ask her. You have to take in what you think is your interpretation. So there is nothing like correct interpretation. Every person, Tagore said it very beautifully. He said, change underwent a metamorphosis. I'll show you the pictures. Yeah, branch frozen. I'm showing you only 5 pictures. So every bird or animal that flesh gets burned, only the feathers remain. Yeah. So this is what he saw. And but he walked 8 kilometers and he took the risk of क्या है मालूम नहीं जाके देखते हैं. So never if you hear of a story as a photographer कि यहाँ कुछ है, go. Maybe you will come back empty-handed. Doesn't matter, but you get something better. This was a kind of a swan which had gotten into the water but put a fresh bird. So such a surreal and unique kind of a picture. The beak remained, the bones remained, the beak, the bones and the feather remained. The flesh was gone. Yeah. So this is the fact. So the only thing, this is not candid, he has written about it. He said, I have taken it from there and placed it the way I wanted it. So he didn't shoot it where he found it. He literally, so in that sense it is staged. What he got is not staged. The way he kept it and shot is staged. So he literally took it from the lake and put it on a branch. Yeah.
Would this photograph be outside?
Upside down, yeah. But he took it this way to make it stranger than
Yes, sir. He is the president of the
okay.
Society.
Okay.
And so thank you very much for a very exciting and interesting talk on how to see visualize pictures before you actually. So that's one of the learnings. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks to all the members who have come here and you had a great learning. We also thank Bharti Vidyabhavan and our chairman, Mr. Ramchandraji is here. Sir, few words. Without his support, we could not have. Without his support, we could not have conducted this event here. And we will be having this every month. Thanks to sir and exhibit at least 100 pictures. Fortunately, we have 96 frames. 48 of.
Thank you very much for all of you participating in this photo walk and this class. Basically, Bharti Vidyabhavan were trying to create an art culture hub in Navi. We were trying to provide the infrastructure necessary for that, and then it is up to the citizens of Navi Mumbai to join hands and work out and develop. So in this regard, Photography Society with and there was a need for so whatever infrastructure was there, in that we provided the art gallery, training, etc. Like Subbu says, you are free to exhibit, what is the just is 2-3 of you can join together and do just 10 pictures, 30, 40, 50 pictures, you can do it for 2 days or something. And then better, a debate can be had or things like that. We're also planning, who is working on that, whether we can have a web seminar every month on one topic. What Mr. Subramanian has in mind is people can pose questions 1 week before the web seminar, and then the questions will be forwarded to an expert or a panel of experts. And during the seminar, they will answer those questions or anything like that, maybe once a month, so that it can be a wider participation possible. We're also thinking to create a studio sort of a thing where fashion photography, etc. can be done. We are here to create the infrastructure, provided there's a requirement and there's an interest to use it. We have other things also. We have a beautiful music biter room with about 100 people. A singer can sing, then these are there, the people, local acoustics, air conditioned, and it's quite a new market. Almost every 8 to 3 programs happen there. It could be classical singing, it could be karaoke singing, or whatever that is happening. Then we have a group called Kala and Jani, which is more into film songs and entertainment, etc. We have a yoga classes for every Monday. We are also looking for to start a drama game. Some sort of a drama activity, maybe experimental drama or something like that. And dance classes. So you, your friends, everybody know about it. If they can come together and come up with some difficulty, we will actually start the drama society, drama club, whatever you call that. Similarly, dance classes. I'm very happy that we are able to provide the amenities for so many people to come together and do it. I hope this number increases and to end up with more and more activities and make use of